Okay, so today we can complete taking, disassemble and assemble the motor for a first generation Talking Thomas. Uh, Watch the other videos in association with the disassemble and assemble of the first generation Talking Thomas. Catch up where I'm at now. But what we have is basically we took the motor out, and if you look right here, you got a big gigantic solder blob right there, and that's connecting the wires that go inside the motor to the connection to the backside of the battery. So you could put this battery in here just the way it is, and you can turn it on. You can hear it running, and if you look down in there, you can see the motor turning. Okay, so we're going to take that back off, set that off to the side. Now we're going to tear down this motor and look at the interior of how it works. Now, most motors are set up by Tomy in a clamshell fashion, meaning there's basically two main parts. If you look right here, you can see where the line is that separates the two halves. I don't know all the names of all the motor styles, but this is just one of them. So let's go ahead and take this apart. Get my tray back out here. These are the screws that we had for taking Clarabelle apart. So let's take these two screws out right here. Two screws hold it together. And then we'll see the inside. I have to admit, the very first time I took one of these apart, I go, oh my goodness gracious. Forgot how it came apart. My suggestion to you is, anytime you take a motor apart, take a picture of it. As soon as you get apart, take a picture of it before you start separating the parts so you can put it back together again. So we set this off to the side. Okay, and we're going to open it up. So what we got here is the internal workings of this. We have the motor, a DC motor with its associated. This is the drive gear right here. And let's see if we get the thing to focus here. And this is the flywheel, this big wheel gear attached right here to the motor, the big flywheel. And that axle is connecting to a worm gear. All right, right there, this worm gear turns. All right, and it's connected to these 1, 2, 3 gears to get down to where the axle gear right there connects to that right there, and that's what pushes it. All right. Okay, so to take it apart, now the way I always take these apart is I set the gears in order on the table that I took them apart, so it helps me. So we're going to take this gear off first, take it out, and I set it down just like that. That is the bottom. Oh, that's the bottom. Set it sideways so you can see. Okay, then we take the next one out, and I lay them on the table just in the order that they come out in. So it helps me remind me how to, where'd it go? There, this little drive gear, set it right there. Okay, and then this is spring-loaded gear. All right, be careful not to lose that spring. And then the flywheel gear with the worm gear attached, right there. Set that like that. And now the switch. The switch is here, and you can't take the motor out because part of the leads that go to the motor is underneath this. So we take this screw out right here. Okay, not quite ready to come out. Okay, now lift it out. Now I just set this down just the way it came out, and I set it right there. Okay, here is actually the switch. There's 2 prongs on the switch right here. Whenever I take them out, I bend them back just a little bit because it's been sitting there forever. Set that down. Now, this can get a little complicated here, and remember how it came apart. Okay, so this piece comes out over there, and this sort of hooks on underneath right. It hooks right underneath right here. So let's try to bend it back out. To get it out of there. It's pain. It's always stubborn. Nothing wants to come apart. Is very good the first time. Trying to film and do it at the same time. Okay, maybe here we go. Not quite ready to come out of there yet. There we go. Now we got it separated. And so now we have our motor. All right, one side, one lead is right here for the motor, another lead right here. Somebody has put a piece of black tape right there from the factory. Now that prevents the leads from bumping up against the case and shorting out the motor. All right, so that is a disassembled motor. Thanks for watching.